Hi friends, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a simple, super easy project that you can do with your kids of any age and with things that you probably already have at home, especially if you're drinking coffee in the morning. So the project is going to be this cutie little wreath, although it doesn't have to turn out to be a wreath in the end. But what I'm going to be showing you is how to do these fall looking leaves and how to color them and make them textured and cut them out and then use them in a creative way at the end. So here are the supplies you'll need to get started. First you'll need a cookie sheet of some kind, baking pan with a lip on it so the liquid will stay in with the paper. Then you'll need some printer paper, whatever is the cheapest kind is probably best. The thinner, the better. You can also play with different colored papers just to see what colors they turn out to be and experiment that way. Then you'll need some hot water. And then you'll need coffee grounds, old coffee grounds. Then you'll need a glue stick. Hot glue gun is best, I think, with hot glue sticks. Some tea, whatever tea you prefer or want to experiment with. We've tried all different kinds of teas to get different colored papers, so it's a fun experimental project too. You'll need scissors at the end when your paper is dry, and this is optional. You can use jute string like this for hanging your wreath, or yarn or twine, or some clear fishing line, whatever you prefer. This is also optional. You can get some dried florals or twigs or anything that you would want to add to the wreath to give it a little more texture or add a little beauty to it. Lastly, you'll need a wreath, something like this, to end up gluing your leaves on. I got this at the dollar store. I know you can find them at any craft store that you're next to, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anything like that. And if you don't have a wreath like this or can't find one, you can easily use cardboard and cut a circle out and make it look like a wreath as well. So I love this project because not only is it super easy and it's stuff you have on hand already, but it's great for kids of any age. I love doing it myself, by myself, because I think it's super fun. I think it's pretty. I think it's something that you can hang up year after year and it won't go out of style. You can use it in so many different ways. I'm going to show you how to use it as a wreath. You can also make a garland across your mantle with it, putting them together. You can also lay them across your table for Thanksgiving and make it pretty in that way. You can also use them as like Thanksgiving name cards on your plates, and it becomes meaningful because it's a project you guys did together, and so you'll get to look back year after year as you hang it up and remember this is something we worked on when you were little. It will just be fun to see that your kids were involved in creating it and that you came up with something beautiful together. The first thing you'll do is make a pot of coffee from old coffee or whatever coffee you have on hand. And then you'll make some tea, whatever tea bags you choose to use. We've used different kinds to make different colors. Once your coffee and tea is ready, you can pour it over the paper into the pan. This is where I let my kids have fun with it and mess around a little bit. This is why a drop cloth is also useful, because it soaks up all the water that gets all over the table. Now this is where you just get to have fun with your kids. Let them put the paper in the pans, let them pour over the coffee and the tea, and just have fun with it. The longer you leave the paper in the liquid, the darker the color will get. So this is a fun activity to experiment with. They can leave it in as long as they want, and you can take guesses at how the colors will turn out, and you can have all different kinds of colors come out as you experiment together. Once you've let the paper soak a little bit, I'd say we left them in from anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. Once they're done soaking, you can put them out on the table or outside to dry. And we gave each piece of paper probably about an hour to dry to its fullest. So you can also put it in the oven at a really low temperature to let it dry quicker, or you can just let it sit on the table and watch the colors come to life as they dry. Once your papers are completely dry and you take a good look at all the beautiful colors that came from them, we can grab them now and get them ready to turn them into beautiful leaves. I love looking through all the papers to see different textures that came through too, and just seeing all the different colors that ended up coming from them that I actually didn't expect in the first place, which makes this project even more fun. Next, you'll start taking your papers and letting your kids or yourself just crumble them all up and get those textured creases and lines in the paper. So there's really no one way to do this, which makes it fun for kids because they get to crumble up paper and unravel it and see all the lines and textures that come through. Once you're done crumbling up all your papers, you and your kids can start drawing leaf shapes all over to cut out. I like to use different shapes, big and small, all different kinds, so that you can just play around with it and see what you'll like in the end on your wreath. Then you'll start cutting out all your leaves to get them ready to put on your wreath. Look how cute they are. One thing I like to do with each of the leaves is fold it in half and give a little crease down the middle to give it that extra leafy look like this. Now you'll take the wreath that you have to start laying your leaves down and see where you want to place them. I had this wreath on hand already with these dried florals around it, and I just like the look of it. Then you'll take your leaves and start placing them around the wreath so you know how you want it to look. I like to just place them before I start gluing them so I can make sure I get the right look that I want and I'm going for. This is also why I like to cut out different shapes and sizes of the leaves, so I can use some big ones in areas and then put little small ones in different areas to fill it out even more. Then once I've glued them down, I like to go back in and fold them up or crunch them up and make them pop out a little bit, just to give them a little more texture and that leafy look. And now you have a beautiful fall looking wreath that you and your kids made together that you can hang up year after year and not get sick of, and just remember the memories you made together. So here's another way you can make a wreath without having to go buy one at the store. I just used the back of a cereal box here and cut out a circle shape. Then I took the leaves we cut out and the extra ones that we had and let my kids glue around the circle. It was super easy for them to do on their own as I was sitting next to them. They also just used a plain glue stick instead of hot glue, so this is a great way to let little kids just create on their own. And now you have the cutest little wreath made from little hands that you can hang up and keep all year round or bring out year after year. We also use this as a Thanksgiving activity to write down the things that they're thankful for. So they just took the wreath and went around the leaves and wrote down different things that they're thankful for. Another way to use these leaves are to write names on them for your Thanksgiving table or any event that you are putting together. They make super cute and fun name cards for decorating a table. And And if you're not using them as name cards, you could just use them as cute decoration for the middle of your table to scatter them around like little fall leaves. The ideas are almost endless when it comes to this fun project. So there you have it. I hope you loved this project as much as we loved creating it together and showing you how to do it. I would really love to see your project, so feel free to tag me on Instagram and show me your creations. And also leave a comment and tell me what it meant to you, or maybe a funny memory that happened while you guys were creating them. I would love to hear about it. Thank you for being here, friends. I look forward to the next time we are at my table together. Penny, what did you do? Did you touch the water again?
Penny, do it
No,
again.
no.
Dashi.
No. Look at your shirt.
You fell in the water.
Hey, what'd you say?
Sorry, Mama.